today what we're going to be having a look at is which I've been told is undeniably one of the best natural detox programs anyone's ever gone on. And this is according to one of my clients, and I'll be sharing more testimonies with you. But having a look very specifically at, how we're going to go about detoxifying this gut. And in fact, I think this series will lead into the detoxification of all the organs and systems of the body. We'll do the liver, the kidney, the lungs, the skin, the lymph, the blood, and just go through, just a wonderful exploration and good conversations and good testimonial feedback on the organs. So we'll look at how to go about doing this wonderful gut detox program that I've put together. And we'll have a look also at some really wonderful gut healthy smoothies, and I'll be using the smoothies from my range. And we're going to have a new look at which everyone knows, the gut combo, which we've been promoting and advising people on, the Microbiome Reset and the Cell Oxygen capsules. And honestly, I've had to stand up sometimes when people have called me, absolutely unknown people, who saw the ad, called in, paid, got their product, and the speed at which the results have actually come through. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that, and again reminding you of that combo. It's on a very special price. There's only a couple of days left because we're moving on into liver detox. So if you're wanting to get ahead with your gut detox, there's that option. Also, there is a special on the gut cleanse and restore box, which goes with the detox program. So that product grouping is also on special, which I put together for everybody. And just having a look at really how to rejuvenate this gut of ours, and bearing in mind all the previous part 1, 2, and 3 webinars live are already on the YouTube. They're already on the library on the 365 Healthy by Choice website. So if you go to the website and select the library, you will get everything that I'm doing anyway. And I really do urge you to go in and have a look at those other 3, because they all lead into what I'm talking about today. So I'm not going to go over again what I've already spoken about. I'm going to trust that the new people will go and listen, and it's quite good and good information and entertaining, I hope. So remember that the intestine will repair within 3 to 5 days. That's how quickly, given the chance, those cells will rejuvenate. So stem cells get called immediately, and the whole gut lining, however many meters and kilometers it is, will be rejuvenated in 3 to 5 days. That's amazing. And I mean, that really shows you how nature has put together our gut in order to keep us alive, in order to get the nutrients absorbed. But we do need to have a look at the whole digestive process, from visibly seeing the food, smelling it, hearing it cook, maybe hearing it getting cut, the stalk breaking, and then actually the taste and the chewing and the saliva where the enzymes are secreted, especially for carbohydrates, and then the swallowing mechanism, and then the stomach through a contraction movement, breaking the food down into chyme, where more enzymes are secreted, more hydrochloric acid is secreted, and then when the food is ready, entering the small intestine, where some more enzymes are secreted, some absorption is happening, and then entering the large intestine, the colon, the ascending, transverse, and descending colon to the rectum, and following elimination. So, all of this is very important, and it's critical that we understand the contributing factors and the mitigating factors that are going to upset the gut and our whole digestion, metabolism, absorption. And the more cell divisions that are not proper, authentic, exactly how they should be, will affect that tissue and that organ. And that's when we start getting degenerative disease setting in, autoimmunity, inflammation, and all the rest of it. So every single cell counts, and every single cell division counts. And there's billions and trillions of those every second. And lots of toxins that can really affect all that. So let me just see if the slide shows pulled through. It actually has. So I'm just going to anchor us with the beginning slide, and then we're going to branch off from there. So also for the new people, I've specialized in a lot of areas, and I really call it my toolkit, so that I'm able to, in a very holistic, natural, authentic, unique way, naturally heal people and get those cells maximized. And as I said, that is the end goal. There's other goals as well in terms of consciousness and living our purpose and getting our battery charge and that obviously feed into all of this. But at the end of the day, the cells have to be right. And anything that's going to be related remotely to raising cell vitality, I'm going to be going for and recommending. So we operate from and radiate out from the Bryanston Center. And, the products are global, the clients are global. I'm using the quantum devices, Dr. QUEX, which reach around the world, and the products reach around the world, delivered everywhere. In-house in the center, we are doing the oxygen and nutrient drips just for a short period of time to boost people, because you don't have so many side effects then, and I can actually raise the energy level very quickly and detox quickly without too many side effects and nourish that cell. We're using also acupuncture, which is non-verbal in its healing, emotional and physical. And we validate in everything, not only with our devices, but also with the live blood analysis, because believe you me, the blood doesn't lie. And many of you sitting here listening in today all know, that time when you see your blood for the first time and you see the cells swimming around and you see some of them cluttered together and you see the white blood cells, not really moving and not really moving across the screen like they should in terms of cleaning everything. Anyway, that's a good validation. And we also use saunas for detox. And, we've got some nice smoothies that we're going to be talking about, which form part of our Life Force Cafe. So yes, in summary, we are talking about Life Force. And I'm going to be introducing you to our special a little bit way along. But just to also anchor this, and I know a lot of people are listening in, and I really do urge you to put your questions down in the chat, because now's your time. On a day-to-day basis, I'm happy to answer dosage questions and things like that. But when it comes to the how, whens, and whys of disease and what's going on specifically in you, ask the question now so that everybody can learn. So we're talking about a load of things that can go wrong. And you can just have a look at that list there. And bearing in mind that disease begins in the gut. And we talked before about the gut-brain, axis and the gut-brain connection, which I'm going to show you in a moment too. It's so critical because suddenly, I had a lady today and she's looking brighter than usual. She tells me that her gut is now moving. She's not constipated anymore. She's lost a bit of weight. And you know what, Jane, I'm able to concentrate. I'm able to think more clearly. And this particular lady actually couldn't remember what I said in the first consultation nor the second consultation. Due to stress, due to insufficient nutrients in her body, too many toxins in her body, and just doing a whole lot of things that aren't serving her. So she was really scattered and actually couldn't even absorb what I was saying to her. She couldn't concentrate on what she should and shouldn't be doing. So now the third time she came in, much more calm person, and I can actually see she could take in and understand what I'd written. Before that, it was all my fault, of course. And, I don't think I can be wrong when we've got, hundreds, probably over 1,000 people who've gone through our Reset, Restore, Rejuvenate program by now, and we say the same thing again and again. I don't think it could really fall back on us. So you see, it all depends on one's capacity to concentrate, and it's directly linked to the gut. and then our more pure decision-making process. So we showed this actually before in one of the programs. You know, these things we've got to look at: our stress, our emotions, the toxin buildup, the parasites that generally come to deal with the toxins in the body, and our lifestyle. But stress is very important because stress plays a major impact on the release of the enzymes and the hormones for digestion in the gut. Okay, so stress is very important for that. It's also important to have the liver, blood, brain channel open and clear so that the signals get to the hypothalamus so that the hormones and enzymes are released. So a symptom of a blocked hypothalamus, pineal, pituitary glands would be inefficient digestion, would be thyroid, would be pancreas, blood sugar, would be adrenals, would be low estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, would be bone problems, liver problems. So these are all symptoms, okay, of an unclear or blocked liver, blood, brain channel, and then too much stress, and then possibly not enough nutrients in order to make the hormones and the enzymes. So there's, you know, the three main factors, and, you know, all stress and lifestyle play a very big part because the nervous system will instruct the hormone system as well. Just a small reminder on all of that for everybody. And then let's have a look at what I've got here as well. And then again, just to remind us of what, you know, most of the gut problems are due to. Now, we are going to be talking about a 30-day gut cleanse and restore program. These things are critical. You need to work out your stress. You need to be aware as to what the stresses are and then surrender to those that you can. Those that you can't leave because they might not be there for you to work out, maybe something else at another time, another place. We have to reduce our stress. Okay, and in this particular point in time in our evolution, you know, we can choose stress or peace. And, you know, I set about doing as many things that are going to keep me at peace, keep me present, keep me stable. And in order to do that, if a stressor does come, you're in more of a position to deal with it and more of a position to witness the stress and learn from it and then able to let it go. You know, I mean, stress even affects our muscles. So we clench and we pull our muscles in, and then, of course, also circulation decreases. This oxygen and food won't get to the cell. So, you know, blessings on our food and gratitude for our food, very important, especially some of the foods today that are, you know, full of toxins and genetically modified food. There's a lot to be said about being present and grateful for the food. And, you know, to use our mouth for the reason that we were given the mouth and the teeth and the saliva, and be calm when we're eating so that the enzymes can be released, the hydrochloric acid, and then eventually absorption can be optimized. And we're going to talk about food just now, what not to eat and how to get good oxygen in the body. This fermentation and bloating is, I would say 80% of people. And we're going to talk about our blood group foods, and we're going to talk about, bringing the probiotics in, the beneficial bacteria, fungi, and yeast to come and scavenge all the toxins in the body. We're going to talk about zeolite and, really cleaning the body out and repairing leaky guts and getting all the worms and parasites out. Well, the genetically modified foods is your choice. If you want to eat corn, it's genetically modified. Many of the foods are hybridized as well, which means they're not natural. And many, of the foods contain additives and preservatives and stabilizers and really, really horrible things. I'm horrified when I see the amino acids that are being handed out these days that are all, conjunct with glutamine, glutamate, which is MSG. That form, it's the wrong form of glutamine. Glutamine is an amino acid naturally produced, which is beautiful for the gut and the brain. But when it gets consumed in the wrong molecular structure, the wrong spin, is when it starts doing damage and all the supplements are in the wrong form. It's like sugar, it's also in the wrong form of sugar. It should be in the form of honey or natural sugar from fruit. So you see, we've been tricked all along. And glutamine is added to so many things. So it's a very, very dangerous one. The artificial sweeteners also are actually proteins that trick the body, and the body waits for the sugar to arrive and it doesn't. And then these amino acids eat away at the brain for the rest of your life. The gut brain, basically, and causing damage and eventually neurological disease. And then not to forget the toxins related to, chemical toxins, environmental toxins, medicines, and antibiotics too, which we did speak about. So I'm going to move on quickly. This one's a very important one, and I want to pay attention to what's in these little, the green boxes here. So the gut-brain connection. So we can see that nerve signal coming this way from the gut, via the liver, the bloodstream to the brain, nerve signals and hormones. The immune system from the gut influences the emotional cognitive centers of the brain. So signals, nervous systems will signal from the gut as well as the liver and the blood to release the appropriate hormones and enzymes for digestion, and the rest of the organs I spoke about earlier. So we've then got also the nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic. So when we are eating, chewing, digesting, circulating, eliminating, that is all governed by the parasympathetic. It's involuntary. We don't have a direct control. If we don't tell our body, okay, right now you're going to absorb, right now you're going to circulate to the cells. That happens, involuntary. The sympathetic nervous system would be when we're running from the lion all day, we in hyper state, adrenal cortisol pumping around us, beating on every single cell, and all the oxygen away from the gut into the limbs, ready to run and fight. And that's not conducive to digestion at all. We need the oxygen right here into the gut, and really maximizing enzyme secretions, and definitely the immune function, because the amount of microorganisms here is like 95% of the entire body. So, and they will form our immune system. So I said earlier, I said to you, there's a great link here between the gut and the brain. In fact, the brain, even the small intestine, even looks like the brain, and the Chinese call it the first brain. So second brain, first brain, crossed out the second brain. And that's where we need to be positioned in the present, peaceful, and make those wise, informed decisions, intelligently. And then we can think clearly and live productively. So let's have a look at what we eat affects how we think and what we do. Now we're coming up to some exciting, wonderful things. We're going to be talking about, before we get to the 30-day detox, the Smoothie Boost range. And I've specifically put things together. The whole 365 Healthier by Choice range is absolutely specifically designed. We do not have any whatsoever artificial modified starch, filler, binder. It is pure. If you get a capsule of bee pollen, it is pure bee pollen. All right, there's no glidance, there's no anything, there's no magnesium stearate, nothing. 100% pure. Okay, not too many companies can boast that. Okay, also in the natural form. In other words, we haven't gone for the extraction, where there's a processing happening. The minute you start processing nature-made foods, they lose the DNA, they lose the intelligence, they become three-dimensional physical substances. And we know from quantum that even ourselves, we're not single phase. We are not only physical. We are also neurological, emotional, spiritual. We're interdimensional. We live along a continuum. So the minute you start interfering with nature and products like that, processing them in any form, as opposed to blending, which we do, or making our liquids, fermenting our liquids, or through alchemy, you will lose the natural powers of that food. It becomes flat. In other words, the battery of that food substance becomes flat. So we're dealing with natural, unique, pure products, food state, plant-based, nutrient-dense foods. Exception, something like a cordyceps is not available in a natural powder, simply because the cordyceps medicinal mushroom grows out of a caterpillar's mouth. All right, it is very rare and hard to get, and that is the form that it comes in. So if you do see in any space an extraction, it's because it is the only form you can get it in, and that is one that comes to mind. There's not too much we can do about that except get our own caterpillars and grow our own cordyceps. Okay, so there we have it. We always have an ideal, but we work towards meeting it and maximizing it to the best of our potential. So let's get on to some of these smoothies. I promised you some beautiful recipes, which I'm going to share with you now. And we're all going to start feeling a bit hungry and get really motivated for this gut detox. And if all disease starts in the gut, let's do the 30-day gut detox, moving into the liver detox, probably the kidney detox, probably then the lungs, probably the skin maybe before the lungs. Or depends on you. You can start wherever you like, right? So this is our range of smoothies. We've got the anti-stress vibrants. These are the smoothie range which I extended to have 10 active ingredients. The other smoothies I have got between 30 and 40. All right, and there's a significant price difference as well. So your everyday smoothies, here's the one specifically, the green alkalinizer detox, and we're going to be talking about that one in particular. I've got some of the packets here to show you, and also, you know, read some of the ingredients, but I'm going to show you all that on the slide or show as well. So we're going to be looking at those, and they are delicious, and they do come out yellow, green, and pink, just to tell you. And then my original Smoothie Boost range, which is available in the capsule form as well. So the Stress Defense Shield, the Brain Fuel, and the Extreme Performance Boost. That one has 40 nutrients in it, this one, especially for high-performance athletes and people, you know, also coming out of convalescence, you know, intensive operations and so on, because it has an effect of alkalinizing the cells. They all do, but this one in particular, and rebuilding. Okay, just to tell you. So we're going to be having a look at those smoothies and how to incorporate them in our day-to-day living. I actually call my smoothies fast food, and I like this kind of fast food because it's easy to digest. It's packed with minerals, vitamins, proteins, long-chain sugars, phytosterols, all the building blocks that my body needs that my body doesn't normally get through the normal food. I'm not even going to go into that whole story about, you know, the reduction in the nutrient value of our food, the mineral content of our food, the vitamin value by the time, you know, the food has arrived at a market and then gone to a distribution cold chain and then eventually on the shelf, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not even going to go there, but we know that, and we all know that we should be planting our own veggies wherever we can, whether it's in pots on a balcony, you know, on a friend's piece of land. You only need probably, I don't know, 6 by 6. You could grow a lot of veggies and sustain yourself. A 6 by 6 meter or 9 by 9 meter, you could really, really grow a lot and make a lot of, grow a lot of spinach and kale for your smoothies and things. So we know we should be doing that, and could and can and are doing that. And I'm also willing to help anybody who wants to start doing their vegetable garden. We do biodynamic organic veggie gardens. And pleased to say I'm doing quite a few at the moment, which is good. So let's have a look on a day-to-day basis at these the 6 beautiful smoothies. And there's our anti-stress vibrants. And here are the ingredients. You know, we've kept to the yellow ones, but also with the stress aspect, reduction of stress aspect. And then, you know, here's our recipe. I'm not going to actually physically make it right now, but here is a great one. We always soak our seeds and nuts. We always use an oil, flaxseed oil or a coconut oil, cold pressed, because then we get the absorption of the oil-soluble minerals as well. So this one is absolutely divine, and it also, you know, on a day-to-day basis, you can also interchange it with the for example, filled with turmeric, and bee pollen is a big food that builds RNA, mRNA, and so I've got to put that one in there. And you've got the stress adaptogens and the medicinal mushrooms and the rhodiola for stress as well. And the maca will produce hormones for us. It will help. And we've got anti-inflammatory things, vitamin C. So we've got the whole lot in there. And then if we have a look at the berry C, which is really yummy itself as well, I wouldn't be able to choose which one. And actually the clients that come, many of them in the drip center, not sure which one to choose when we give them the menu, because this menu looks like this. So this one here has got lots of vitamin C. It's a real immune booster. And apart from these awesome ingredients, which you can see that are loaded with vitamin C. We also assisting the liver cleanse here with the Schizandra berry, which also wards off radiation. And I mean, that the one smoothie boost is actually a webinar on its own. The passion flower, which is an aromatase inhibitor, echinacea for the gut and the blood, citrus bioflavonoids, vitamin C, again, the mushrooms to rebuild, and astragalus, and the cinnamon to also balance blood sugar. So this one is absolutely divine, delicious. And here's our recipe. So you can use your rice and milk. You don't have to. Again, you can use water. You can use leftover tea, and a nice big tablespoon of the smoothie boost. Your strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, goji berries. I would soak them for sure. Almonds, I would soak them as well. And you blend it all up, and it's just heavenly fast food. And here's the one I'm going to be talking about specifically with our detox. So just look at these great ingredients. Hemp powder itself, okay, raw, not heated. All this raw spirulina, chlorella, big detoxifying, especially chlorella. Moringa will detox at the right dosage as well. Parsley to help the kidneys, and sage to help the lungs. Stinging nettle also to help the liver. Dandelion also the liver. So we're working on the detox organs here as well, and a bit of almond milk if you like. And then to the almond milk and the 1 tablespoon of the powder, we're gonna be adding the green foods down. This is delicious, and I really do think that food must be delicious even if you're detoxing, because it's no use trying to take something and you're holding your nose and you can't get it in, because if you can't get it in, your cells have already and your stomach's already, and we've got to be eating joyfully and welcomingly. So it's very important that we eat the right foods. All right, and you can do a water detox. I don't think it's as effective as a nutrition detox type of fast, because here, at the same time as this, you've got to give the body energy to detox. All right. And most of us adrenals are flat, and we can't actually really detox properly, and we take a lot of strain. And then you've got to nourish that cell as well, so that you've got to bring the food and the oxygen into the cell, and the water and the carbon dioxide out. And, you need food for that. So you can eat lightly. You can, when we go to the detox program, you can just use the smoothies. Wonderful. I wouldn't really suggest a water only. I've done all of it myself, but I know what's more wholesome for the body. All right, so we are going to leave now the green one, and we're going to have a look at some of the mega mineral, protein, nutrients, herb products that we have. The Stress Defense Shield. So here we have it. It's absolutely delicious. It's in a chocolate form. Some people don't like the chocolate. That's why I've got the other ones also available. But raw cacao in itself has got loads of vitamin C. It actually is very, very good for digestion. The bark, you see the bean, the raw cacao bean, will actually stimulate the intestine to absorb. So when we're talking about absorption, we do need raw foods. We do need little activating things, sometimes bark, sometimes the bean, and the raw powder of the bean, so that will activate the gut to absorb. All right. So once it's digested and everything's happened properly with these things, they will activate the intestine to absorb. See, very, very, very important. Okay, so here we've got, I mean, I don't know if your eyes are good enough, but I mean, we've just got the 30 ingredients in here. I'm not going to go through each one of them, but trust me and believe you me, whatever's out there is in there that's important. And here's how we make it. You can now do the probiotic rich one, which makes it healthy for the gut. You can use a cup of raw kefir yogurt with half a cup of flaxseed oil. You can blend that together, and then you can add in your stress defense shield powder, your berries, your coconut oil, some of your soaked nuts, and if you wanted to put some cacao nibs at the top. I always like to add a bit of honey because it really does blend the powders well. And honey's got loads of enzymes in it as well. So you're getting the probiotic there, and you're getting the enzymes there. And by the way, all of this, when you add this, it can be folded in. You don't have to actually blend it, which is quite nice too. You don't have to blend the probiotics. All right, and then we're going to have a look at the brain fuel one. And you can just take a look. So again, it's got the same base as the stress defense shield, although we've added some products like the ginkgo, the rhodiola, to also carry extra oxygen to the brain and to also increase the stress on the brain. So let's have a look at our enzyme-rich smoothie recipe here, where we can use a cup of coconut milk or water. We can add a cup of strawberries, goji berries, blueberries, or dates, depending what you have in your pantry. We can look at a tablespoon of the brain fuel powder, some coconut oil, 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of honey, up to you, and then some macadamia, walnuts, and chocolate nibs. So if anyone's worried about the natural sugar in the honey, the protein in the nuts will anchor any sweetness and slow down. The oil will also slow down absorption, so you really don't have to worry. And that also is a chocolate one, which is very lovely. And then we're going to look at the Extreme Performance Boost, which has got everything in it and more for the sports people. I mean, just look at this. This is a bowl. This is a protein and probiotic and enzyme-rich super bowl. Now, these are all ideas that you can also be using when we go to the detox program. Okay, so you want to be creative and you want to eat something that, instinctively and intuitively is going to feed you and heal you. Or if you watch a baby in a greengrocer, the baby will touch the fruit that it needs to eat. The sensory, the eyes, the smell, then the hand touching the fruit. The baby will show you what they need. So here's our recipe where we're taking a tablespoon of the Extreme Performance Boost powder. Remember, this is a very alkalinizing as well, which is good for detox. A cup of prepared sorghum, oats, or millet. You can soak it overnight in a kefir if you want to. In the Microbiome Reset, you can soak it overnight. Then you don't have to cook it. It's basically pre-digested for you by the microbes. Yum. And then you can add your berries and fruit. You can add your flaxseed oil. I would definitely do that. Your nuts, again, depending on your blood group. I would add a dash of Microbiome Reset here to this, and which has got probiotics and enzymes, and then some chocolate nibs and honey to taste. So I'm just really wanting to sort of whet your appetite and show you how we, how we use the smoothie powders and why I put them together. And it's not just your everyday. These are being put together with intuition, with consciousness, if I can put it that way. specifically aimed to do things in the body and to help the body. So, I mean, that's just, really, really great to have that readily available for all of us. And let's just move now to the next part that I'm wanting to look at that. That's just, a sensory overload for the eyes. Just delicious. The cells start jumping. So we're going to have a look now at healing the gut and the detox process. And then we will look at the special after that as well. So this slide I've showed before, and I'm going to be showing you how I've put it together in the detox program. So the detox program is broken up into two things. I've got a testimonial to let you hear. One lady answered a lovely story. I'll turn my phone off because it was beeping too much. I'm gonna let you hear that and share some more with you. So there's the two products, the Microbiome Reset and the Cell Oxygen capsules, which is a win. It's an absolute win. Then I've also got a Gut Cleanse and Restore box, which has got also the Microbiome Reset. It then has the Gut Cleanse, the enzymes, and the Parastop. So it would work perfectly with the oxygen capsules or the oxygen drops and the DMSO, and depending what else we would find should we do a measurement in the body, which I'll come to. So you've got the two options there, but if you want to do, the detox program, I'm going to share that with you too. So that's quite nice. And I said there's a nice special, which is going to, just I think extra incentive. So this is the combination I'll talk to you about this week. And price wise, we've got the saving. There's a rand and a dollar calculation there. So it's about 100 rand or about $7 saving, which could be used and put towards a lot of other good things as well. So all of that is on the shop. You can actually just Google gut and you will get to this combination, the two products. And then we have also now the Gut Cleanse and Restore box. Now these boxes I've put together, and if you look on the website, I've actually put the kind of therapeutic boxes because they all do something. This one here is going to really be the one that's going to do the Gut Cleanse and Restore. All right. So hopefully most of you bought the Microbiome Reset and the oxygen capsules and you're ahead of the game already. And if you're wanting to now just give yourself that real extra boost. And, as I say, they raise the bar. And so far as cleaning the gut is concerned, anything residual that might be there over 30 days, you get the Microbiome Reset. You get the Parastop, which is going to fight those worms and things. You get the Gut Cleanse and Restore, and you get the enzymes. So there's 7 strong enzymes there that are going to help digestion and help cleaning the whole intestinal tract. And the Gut Cleanse has got 2, 4, 6, 7. It's got 14 items in it that are related to detoxification of the organs and the system as well, and also conditioning of the gut. For example, triphala and slippery elm, reishi mushroom, MSM, comfrey, which will also comforts the gut, bee pollen for the gut, parsley, caraway, very good herb for the gut, ginger, also peppermint, also kelp. We've got to get the peristalsis happening. Spirulina, turmeric, and stinging nettle. So there's a whole host of things in here. And people who've bought the Gut Cleanse and Restore box, no more than one capsule in the morning and one at night together with the oxygen, because it really is a strong detox. So people don't believe me and they keep saying to me, Jane, are you sure are you sure my constipation is going to go away? I'm telling you, I'm sure it is. Okay, you're going to be blasting everything out that shouldn't be there. If it is clean, you will just be taking the tail end of things out that should be there. If you've got diarrhea, it's going to normalize for you because there's organisms in your gut causing this diarrhea. So it's going to reset your whole gastrointestinal tract. It's very important. Also balancing weight, whether it's too much weight or too little weight. So this is on the website. This is exactly as it appearing there. There's a picture there. There's a saving there. If you click on that little icon there, you will get the dollar price, but you can also choose dollars and buy your box. This is a big saving, because if you bought everything individually here, it would end up way more than that. So I've done that nicely for you. And, there's just inside the box. And so that's the specific program. And we're going to come to those pictures in a moment. So now what I want to do is I just want to share the screen. And I just think I just need to open up the detox program. Hold on a sec. All right, there we go. Let me go back here. All right, let me share again. There it is. All right. So here is what is inside the box. All right, the pamphlet inside the box explaining everything to you. So this is just a shortened version, because otherwise we're going to, it will get just too long. But just to draw your attention to the fact that we're reprogramming the gut back to normal, the authentic gut that it should be, we're letting the cells regenerate. Undeniably, the best results ever achieved with Jane's Gut Detox Program. That is one of our clients. So in order to prepare for all of this, and this, as I said, it will be in the box with lots of information. I'm going to listing all the foods to avoid that can interfere, block, that are loaded with toxins and so on. So processed food, sugary food, white potatoes, corn, heated oil. Those kind of foods are absolute no-nos. If you know your blood groups of foods, there's also going to be some avoid foods there to avoid. And some of the good foods to eat would definitely be salads and very lightly steamed veggies. And the reason for that is that these foods activate and stimulate the intestine to absorb and to have a peristaltic movement. And we need that, because as we eat, as we chew, as the stomach gets the time going, the intestine starts doing this and the elimination happens. So it's a cycle. And with babies, you will see they will eat and they will then eliminate almost within the time period of eating, and they'll start eliminating. That's how quickly and clean their guts are. So you shouldn't wait for the morning to eliminate. We should be eliminating actually after every meal. So we want to eat those kind of foods. We want to eat the foods that will heal the gut, such as in those smoothie boosts. Berries will do that, goji berries especially, seeds, chia seeds especially. Soak them. People with very big gut problems don't go and eat, nuts and seeds that haven't been soaked, because you're asking for problems. First of all, they're going to stick. Secondly, they have phytic acid around the outside, which needs to be soaked off, neutralized by water before we eat them. So getting back to those smoothies, everything specifically put together to do that. So honor your blood group as well here with the foods that are non-inflammatory. The gut does not need to be inflamed. The gut needs to be oxygenated. The gut needs oil. We'll talk about flaxseed oil just now. And the gut needs foods that heal the gut. And I'm going to point out some of those in our program. Breathing and oxygen, absolutely key, because digestion will slow down without oxygenation. Finished fact. And from there, it's a snowball effect. And you start getting symptoms and diseases and symptoms that are directly related to low oxygen and poor breathing. And I think everybody's almost guilty of that. I very seldom see people who, got an oxygen level of 96. I do see it. Straight off, not often, but I do. 1 in probably 200. All right, and then adequate hydration, because of course we need liquid. We need to be hydrated in order to digest, absorb, circulate, and eliminate. Exercise, very important, because we need to get the circulation moving, and also the diaphragm, which covers the stomach, and the transverse colon, all lifted and moving, and the deep breaths into the lungs. Sunshine, of course, rest and sleep. And then our posture is very important. And then I talked right in the beginning about our emotions. So that's really critical. So we're talking about the Gut and Restore and Cleanse box with 4 products. We also know the combo that's also on special now for the next couple of days, which is the oxygen capsule and the Microbiome Reset. So this has got it all. It just doesn't have the oxygen in it. We can always buy the cell oxygen on its own too. All right, so daily program, and this is again a summary of a much longer pamphlet, but we need to hydrate in the morning, and these aren't all essential, but these are extras for you if you should want to add, or you might already have bought some of the products either online or at one of our retail stores. The Ormus Gold is very good because it's excellent for the gut, and it resets all the cells and tissues, and it will also kill parasites and pathogens and eliminate heavy metals and clear the brain. So gut brain is very, very important. And then we also need to alkalinize the gut and prepare the gut. So we've taken about half a liter there. We're going to take another half a liter in the morning with, now out of that pack, we're definitely going to have the Microbiome Reset with its own enzymes, the juice of a lemon, and then anything here that you do have, you're going to add. The Parastop is in the gut cleanse box. If you wanted anything else, that's good. Iodine's good. It kills pathogens on impact. It also has an effect on the metabolism, which will speed up metabolism and metabolize your food properly, and also ultimately, balance thyroid and hormones. It's important for every single hormone receptor. And I said earlier that, hormones are essential for digestion and elimination and getting the gut to work properly. In fact, cholecystokinin, for example, comes to mind. If you don't get enough of that being secreted by the hormones for oil and fat digestion, you will get cholesterol buildup. You will get fat and triglycerides building up. And, generally then you've also got a blocked gallbladder, and then you won't get virtually no peristaltic movement in the gut. So iodine's an important one, I think, too. Zeolite's very, very important too because of its paramagnetic effect in attracting toxins out and helping the gut detox, and also absorbing uric acid in particular. So alkalinizing the body, and it will heal all the organisms from the gut by magnetically pulling the toxins out, which is great. We do need some antioxidants here, which in the Phyto C we have 12 different plant-based foods in there that offer different molecular structures of vitamin C and other also antioxidants and vitamins and minerals. So we hydrate first, we alkalinize and prepare the gut, and then we have a look at breakfast. So always look at your blood group foods, avoid those that shouldn't be eaten. What we will be doing here for breakfast is making one of those green alkalinized detox smoothies. And, with your choice of cold pressed oil and the berries that you want. I've given you all the recipes with the nuts and seeds and so on. And then you will definitely take only one gut cleanse and restore capsule and 1 to 2 digestive enzymes, because that's going to really help. So you've taken your probiotic there, you've taken your Parastop from the box, you've taken your gut cleanse and your enzymes. So additionally, and I strongly recommend the flaxseed oil. I strongly recommend for repair the RNA DNA, because it will repair not only the gut, also the brain and also the other parts of the body that need restoring and repairing. It will also boost your immunity. And if necessary, I put their stress adaptogens, because some people do need the stress controlled while they're busy working out whether it's serving them or not and how to get rid of it. And by the way, we help people with that a lot. People who book consultations with us will go through all of this. And many, many, many of the emotions are stored in the gut and cause the constipation or the diarrhea. And when we eat that food that relates to that incident that we stressed about, it just sets the body off again unconsciously. So you don't even know. That horrible incident that happened, you just eaten, I don't know, for argument's sake and to talk hypothetically, spaghetti bolognese and a lime green milkshake. When you eat that again, your unconscious body sets off that trauma in you, and you experience that emotion while you're eating. It's just a fact. So allergies And intolerances generally, or allergies especially, are related to emotions. And so we want to eat very clean, it's called, and we want to get on top of the stressful situation so we can remove the allergies. And every single time it happens, once we cleanse the body and detox physically, we will also detox emotionally, and then the allergies come down. Magic. I never place any attention to allergies, not at all, because we've got to work with the emotion first, and we've got to make sure that the gut can digest, metabolize, absorb, and circulate the food to the cell. Reduce the stress first. Okay, learn what we needed to learn from the incidents and move on, and then the whole intestine can relax. Most intestines are in a ball. I mean, I met a lady the other day who was told that her colon had twisted, and it formed a knot, and they had to cut, and that knot, what they told her, had to be removed because it became dead and infected. Because obviously there was no blood flow to it or whatever. Everything became infected. She had it removed. She's had a section of her colon removed. It was actually spastic. That's what happened. And that area, wasn't able to function properly. So, serious and horrible things do happen in the gut as a result of emotions. And I'm drawing that to your attention because, you can go on hundreds of gut detox programs and, maybe they work, maybe they don't. Maybe your body doesn't eliminate some of the gut detox. You can even see the long ropes and strings and things coming out. You'll be horrified. You can even see the horrible worms coming out. But we need to be relaxed. And the cell oxygen capsule is nice because it's got magnesium in it, which definitely relaxes the gastrointestinal tract. Oxygen relaxes it. The cell vitality oxyminerals will also relax it. It relaxes your emotions, your mind. It will relax the gastrointestinal tract. When we eat, so I was telling a lady today, you can't be stressed. And so she said, are you saying to me if I'm stressed, I shouldn't eat? I said, yes, I am saying that. But I said, more importantly, I'm saying to you, de-stress before you eat. Become calm, peaceful before you eat. I'm not saying don't eat. I'm saying calm yourself and then eat. So here we have the top part you will see was very herbal and antioxidant related, all these products. And now we move to the oxidation process where NB, wait a minimum of 2 hours after steps 1, 2, and 3, so that the antioxidants can be absorbed by the cells. Once they're out of the bloodstream and into the cells, we can then bring in the oxidation. So you would want to avoid tea, coffee, orange juice, herbs, and superfoods. These are details which you'll read about in the brochure. So you can either do the cell oxygen capsule 1, followed hourly by another capsule, total of 3 to 4 a day. Brilliant results. Or you can use the oxymineral drops as well, oxygen drops, and a set of drops followed hourly by a further set, total of 4 sets of drops a day, increasing the dose set from 1 to 4. And that would depend on your tolerance for oxygen and your desire to cleanse. All right. And then we always add in the DMSO. Now these are not in the gut cleanse and restore box. They are additional, which we do recommend, but I'm going to let you hear a result of just literally the two, the microbiome and the oxygen capsule. And there's an NB here, blood pressure and blood sugar people who are on those medications. You need to keep a watchful eye on these measurements. When your blood pressure is 120/80, that's normal. So question the product. When your blood sugar is below 7, that's normal. So question the products. Because most times we've removed the parasites and the toxins and the body normalizes itself. We've brought in a load of oxygen and everything is now working. It's hunky-dory. The body is happy. The petrol's coming through. So we need the oxygen petrol. Lunch, you just eat normally. None of the foods listed above. With the oxygen drops, none of the antioxidants. And dinner, you'll eat normally as well. 2 hours after the last oxygen drop you dose, you can then include your gut herbal cleanse. All right, so you would want to stop the oxygen. Oxygen you would start at lunchtime, round about lunchtime, before, during, and after lunchtime. And then in the evening, you would want to take your probiotic from the gut cleanse and restore box, your gut cleanse and restore capsule, and your enzymes. Yeah. And then I would definitely put another bottle of flaxseed oil and another bottle of a bottle of RNA DNA. So the Parastop out of the box only in the morning. The enzymes, if you're doing 2 caps at a time, you're going to need 2 bottles because there's 60 in a bottle, which allows for 2 a day. But depending on the severity, you might want to, go and top up with another bottle of enzymes, just to point out. So how do we measure what we do? Because if you don't measure, you don't know, and it becomes a belief and not knowledge. So we have a look specifically here at our quantum health scan, which will give us 400 readings on a physical level, organs and systems and vitamins and minerals and all the risk factors. Or we do option 2, which is a big quantum device where we have 11,000 health readings, not only physical, but also neurological, emotional, spiritual. You don't have to do this. These are, to really maximize, well, this is what I've done and this is what I've achieved. And I think it's quite important because as humans, we like validation. We like to know we've moved from A to B. I like to know that anyway. I like to know that people have come to see me. They've listened, they've absorbed, they've got their baseline health assessment. They've then gone and made an effort and followed the recommendations. They've come back and wow, what a surprise, what a gift. They've actually enhanced their life for life. And just want to say, we're not only going to be cleaning the gut here because we all know the body's holistic. It doesn't compartmentalize and say, no, it's only gut, only gut. The liver, the kidney, the lungs, the skin, all the cells are going to be cleansed. See, and we're going to then be enhancing absorption. And I just want to say that absorption is one of the biggest problems. And also a gut that's not moving, no peristalsis, the biggest health problems. So the gallbladder can be blocked, the hormones for digestion can be not coming out, and the oxygen level can be low. So also, visibly you can see you've shifted, people's guts get thin, the body gets thin, digestion improves, elimination improves, the minerals, the trace minerals, the vitamins, the enzyme levels increase, the brain fog gets less or removed, memory, concentration, the skin improves, the eyes improve, eyesight improves, and weight balance, whether you're too high or too low. And then on an ongoing basis, you would follow points 1, 2, 3 on a daily basis with 1 dose of the oxygen and DMSO combination, and then you could repeat the detox every 6 months. 6 to 12 months if you wanted to. So that is a summary really of the detox, the gut detox program. Now, if you're going to do this, you're going to do gut, you're going to do liver, you're going to do lung, kidney, skin, lymph, blood. You're going to collectively and potentiate all of this so that when you're eventually doing, let's say you're doing the lungs at the end of the line, or kidneys or skin at the end of the line, you've already shifted so far so that the body's just, over a couple of months, just really purifying on so many levels. So anyway, I think that's really great. What I wanted to do is share with you the one testimonial, which is really super. And such a sweet lady, she actually recorded for me as well. And here is her testimonial. So I'm just going to play it. Make sure it's loud.
Hi, Jane. Just to give you an update. I've been suffering with IBS since last year. And I couldn't sleep from the pain. I lost so much weight. It was difficult to even go out, So now, Jane, after a week of using your product, I just cannot believe the pain is gone. I can sleep at night. I'm feeling like a human being again. I just can't believe it. I've never felt like this since I can remember. I'm so grateful to you. I'm not going to stop using this product ever again. Thank you so much.
Wow. This lady I've never met. All right. She phoned in. She saw our ad. She saw the combo being offered the Microbiome Reset and the Oxygen, the $599, the $38 product. She phoned in. She ordered immediately. She couldn't wait for the product to arrive. She was calling me, when's it coming? When's it arriving? And she literally got to work straight away. And, this is what I love, because people who listen to what we say they're going to flourish. They're going to achieve their objectives. That kind of testimonial with such limited guidance, no measurement. She's told us in 1 week, she feels human again. Oh my gosh. Now, what was the big trick? We gave her some probiotic with live enzymes, and we gave her oxygen capsules. So she was taking 3 oxygen capsules at lunchtime, an hour apart. And she achieved this, and she went right up to that dosage, so quickly. So if you've got questions, put them on the chat here, because, I can help you right here and now. I see many of you coming in. That's great. Nice to see some of you, eh? Sleeping clients I haven't seen for a while. Nice to see you. This is where we able to make such a big difference in people's lives. And that's what I love about all of this. And diarrhea and all of this. And, she was literally all set to get going. So if you want to do the combo, there's the link. But you can go onto the website, 365healthybychoiceshop.com, and just in the search bar, type gut. All right. And you will get this combo there. And you will also get this very special gut cleanse, which will have the pamphlet inside it and lots of information to help and guide you. You see, so it's got the gut cleanse and restore herbal, the digestive enzyme 7, the microbiome reset products, and the parastop as well. All right, and then that's the inside of the box again. So let me just go back here. So I've given you recipes. I've given you the gut detox and cleanse. I know some of you in here are really keen to do that. I've got already a couple of clients already just spontaneously through the ads on gut cleanse have already started as well. And, we're here to assist with dosages. Anybody who feels they want to start and they want a small consultation, you can book a 15-minute consultation online. And, I'll guide you through everything. But I'm sure you agree that kind of a testimonial is just phenomenal. I've got people all around South Africa, the world who, have embarked on this. And you know what? We just know it works because we're working with nature. We're working with the universe. We're working with the innate ability of the body to heal, given the right ingredients. And that's really, one has to simplify things and not make them complex. So it's a very simple get up and go gut detox. Not if that, just do this, just follow it for 30 days. Here's your pack of 4 products. It's on special. And what an investment. What an investment. And if you didn't measure before, you can always measure afterwards. But you will actually know you feel better because you will feel better. So, with that, I'm wishing you all lots of luck with your gut cleanse and restore. We've got to look after this gastrointestinal tract because it's got a very important role to play in the total health of our body and the health of our cells. Okay, I do have another video clip if you want to see it. Let me just get there. And by the way, on the website, I have little video clips against almost all the products. So you're able to I think it's a YouTube, eh? I've got 2 YouTubes. No, not exactly a YouTube. This one's quite fun, but this one's 8 minutes, but that was last week's. Let me just see here. Let me just search. It's quite a fun one, just to show you how we how each little video is so important here. Let me just get the link. Copy the link and let's just play it for you. Let me just go to videos. This is on my site and also on the YouTube. Okay, it's just a short little video. Sorry, that should have played already. Let me just see if I can pick it up on YouTube here. Yeah, I can. No, it's not coming through. Okay, this is what I think we'll do. Let me just play it on there. So looking at gut cleanse and restore, we've spoken about this product in other clips as well, but to complete the picture for a proper gut cleanse, we would look at the microbiome reset, bringing in beneficial bacteria, fungi, and yeast, plus live enzymes. We would look at the digestive enzyme product with 7 enzymes itself. We would probably look at betaine hydrochloric acid with the digestive enzymes if we saw that digestion was the problem and that the gut was getting built up and blocked because of the digestive process. So that would work too, and so would work the replica RNA DNA because of the immunity in the gut, but also because the RNA DNA works specifically and cleans the belly and repairs the gastrointestinal lining, especially if there's been parasite infestation. So we could also, with this product, use a Parastop, which is a month's supply and a month's supply, and in this way we would cover the parasites, which would also help clean the gut. So there's actually 5 products we can use that would all together really rejuvenate and restore and repair the gut. I mean, notwithstanding the fact that we would have to look at diet and oil. You could bring the flaxseed oil into the method as well if you like, because the oil is very necessary for gut cleansing. And you would bring in a food with a diet with a very high fiber. Whole food, natural food, high fiber will also help cleanse the gut. And in fact, they might even want to just have a smoothie, foods in a smoothie form for a week while they're doing the gut cleanse, or just even leading up towards the gut cleanse too. So here you would take 1 capsule twice a day, and in a month, everything should be in good working order. But I would recommend potentiating this product with some of the other products. We have in this product Cascara sagrada, which is a very gentle detoxification herb. Okay, so there you've had quite a lot of info from me, and all the links and everything are going to be posted I think I'm going to put some of the links in here for you as well. This is the link for the Gut Cleanse and Restore box there. And then what else have I got here? That is, then here's the combo link, the one for the first one, which is the Microbiome Reset and the Cell Oxygen, the one for which we got the testimonial directly. And, you know, the rest of the smoothies and everything are all available on www.365healthybychoice.com, and that's coming up there. And then anybody who wants to contact me directly on WhatsApp, that's correct, I think. Yep. There's the phone number as well. And as I say, I'm very happy to answer questions on dosage. However, if you want to get into this big discussion on your condition and what to do about it, then I urge you to book a 15-minute consultation on the same website, the same login there. And then we can really, you know, fine-tune what you need to do. It's all worth it, you see. And we don't want people in the dark, and I want people well. So I'd like to be able to do that. Good. Thank you very